Hello. We do have incredible kids who love to read and create. This is Mrs. Saltcedar, and I'm glad that even though you couldn't join me for Create and Read Evening, that you clicked on this link and are listening and will listen to a great story and then create. Our materials that got sent home were for first grade. So all first graders received the materials. Thank you to our sponsors, which I'll talk about at the end of our story. In November, second grade will receive them. In January, third grade will receive them. In February, fourth grade will receive them. And in March, 3K and 4K will receive all the materials and do not need to sign up for Create and Read Evening. But everyone else can sign up and receive the materials and join me on Zoom to listen to the story as it is happening on our Create and Read evening, and we will have a wonderful time. So, Old Rock is Not Boring by Deb Pilutti. Old Rock has been sitting in the same spot at the edge of a clearing in the middle of a pine forest for as long as anyone could remember, and even before that. Being a rock seems awfully boring, said Tall Pine. You sit in the same spot day after day, said Spotted Beetle. It's a very nice spot, said Old Rock. Don't you want to go anywhere? Asked Hummingbird. I've flown all over the world and sipped the nectar of exotic flowers. I would surely be bored if I could not fly. I flew once, said Old Rock. Gosh, said Tall Pine. How? Asked Spotted Beetle. Rocks don't fly, said Hummingbird. And Old Rock told them about the time in the beginning when darkness was all around. And then I erupted out of a volcano and soared through the fiery sky and into the bright light of a new world. So it was just the one time, said Hummingbird. And now you're sitting here, said Tall Pine. Being bored, said Spotted Beetle. I'm not bored, said Old Rock. Don't you want to see more? Asked Spotted Beetle. If I climbed to the tip-top branch of Tall Pine, I might see a deer mouse nibbling seeds in a nearby tree, or watch ships sailing across the big lake. Old Rock said, I've seen a lot. And Old Rock told them about the time a group of friendly dinosaurs lumbered by, munching every leaf in sight. And then, many years later, a not so friendly dinosaur came looking for a meal. No, I haven't seen her. Thanks. Time passed, things changed, and the world chilled. Which wasn't too bad because Old Rock took a ride in a glacier and toured the land. Once the glacier melted, it left me perched on the top of a ridge, and I could see the place where the sky touches the earth. My, you have seen a lot, said Spotted Beetle. How unusual, said Hummingbird. Yes, but that was ages ago, said Tall Pine. Aren't you bored now? Don't you want to move? My limbs flutter gently in a breeze and dance wildly when the wind blows. I've never danced, but I'm pretty good at doing somersaults, said Old Rock. Old Rock revealed that after teetering on the ridge for a while, the ground rumbled, and I tumbled and stumbled down, down, down into a valley. Grasses grew, mastodons roamed, and lakes formed. Shouldn't you be roaming? I never knew a rock had moves like that, said Tall Pine. I wish I could have seen those things, said Spotted Beetle. What happened next? Asked Hummingbird. A pine forest sprouted up around me, and one day a strong breeze shook a pine cone loose. From that pine cone, a seed fell onto the forest floor. I watched that seedling grow to be the tall pine who dances in the wind and keeps me company. Sometimes a spotted beetle wanders along to report all that he sees. And every so often, the loveliest hummingbird stops to rest after a long flight, and she describes the amazing places she's visited. It's a very nice spot, said Old Rock. Yes, it is, agreed Tall Pine. Very nice, said Spotted Beetle. Not boring at all, said Hummingbird. 1.8 billion years ago, Old Rock forms deep under the Earth's crust. Metamorphic rocks are created with extreme heat and pressure. It can take millions of years for a metamorphic rock to form. 300 million years ago, a volcano erupts and old rock is blasted into the sky. During a pyroclastic eruption, gases, ash, rocks, and lava blobs can be ejected. 150 million years ago, old rock chats with the friendly dinosaur. Gigantic sauropods, like the brachiosaur, appeared during the Jurassic period. 66 million years ago, old rock meets a hungry T Rex. Tyrannosaurus rex lived during the Cretaceous period, which ended 65.5 million years ago. 2.6 million years ago, old rock began a journey in a glacier. Glaciers covered much of the Earth's surface during the Pleistocene epoch. 16,000 years ago, the glacier retreats and leaves old rock perched on a ledge. There have been several cooling periods in the Earth's history. 11,000 years ago, a mastodon stops to rest. Mastodons roamed North America for almost 24 million years until their extinction 10,000 years ago. And present day, old rock, tall pine, spotted beetle, and hummingbird sit in a very nice spot at the edge of a clearing in the middle of a forest. They are not bored. Old rock has done a lot of living and is not boring. And that was Old Rock is Not Boring by Deb Pilutti. Thanks to our sponsors who have given us the funds to purchase the materials that we will be using to create our lava lamps. Chilton PTA, Chilton Area Community Foundation, and Walmart. If you take any photos, and please do, send them to library@chiltonsd.org. And how do we make that lava lamp? Well, I've already done 2 of the steps for you. So right now, you need to remove the cover carefully. I've already filled the bottle with 3/4 oil. You either have mineral oil or a vegetable oil. Your next step is to add more water till it's not overflowing. So you need to take your lava lamp over to the sink and fill it up with water. Not to the tippy top. We need a little oxygen there. We've already added 4 to 6 drops of food coloring. Now comes the fun part. Break 1 Alka-Seltzer, which is calcium carbonate, into 4 pieces, and then add 1 piece of the calcium carbonate into your bottle. Replace the cover, put it on tight. See what happens? Looks just like a lava lamp. And now you can repeat that until all your Alka-Seltzer is gone. or you can save some. And there are several things you can do if you run out of Alka-Seltzer. You can go and purchase your own. It doesn't have to be that brand name. You can substitute 2 tablespoons of baking soda and then put a drop of vinegar in there and a little more vinegar. Or you could just add table salt and watch what the sodium chloride does. When you're all finished experimenting in different ways that you can turn this into a lava lamp, you can hot glue the cover on and use this as a sensory calming tool. It's just sort of fun to watch the water and oil, which do not mix. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you can come to Create and Read Evening in November. If you have not already signed up for all the months, you can use this QR code to join on our Google form. Thanks.